Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to another This Might Hurt. I am running a little bit late today. I have not shuffled the cards yet, but let's get them shuffled and on with the reading. I'm feeling, I don't know, drained today. Energetically, the last couple days have been, I don't know, draining, melancholic, something. I don't know. We did not have a circle event on Sunday. Maybe that plays into it. I know I get energized by that group, and we did not have it. But yeah, I mean, that's emotional dysregulation, right? I teach my class all the time. You got to learn how to do it for yourself. You can't rely on the outside world to do it for you. So be careful what you teach, because the universe will see fit to make sure that you have understood the lesson as well. Anyway, let's get into the cards. So first card out for today. Let's get a card for today. Oh, I forgot to turn the recording on. There we go. All right. First card out for today is going to be the Justice card. So the balancing of the scales, karma. I believe that is the card of Saturn. I could be wrong. I've been listening to Carrie a lot. I always listen to Carrie a lot. She's gotten to where, and I was thinking about this today. I don't think she did as much in 2020, or maybe she did and I just didn't notice it. My Woolly Mammoth filter kind of filtered it out. But she does a lot more with astrology lately than I remember her doing. And I believe, after having listened to her for so long, I'm starting to memorize what the card planets are. And I could be wrong, but I feel like justice is Saturn, that karmic justice, the cause and effect, right? So karma is nothing more than consequences. And I feel like the truth comes out, right? The sword of truth, right? The pen is mightier than the sword, but the sword in astrology and tarot is thoughts and words, right? And your words are magic. They speak things into existence. They, like when you write something down, it's more energetic, if you will. And so I feel like the truth is going to come out. The truth is coming out. Page of Pentacles. She had this come out a lot in her readings. She wasn't a fan of this card. I'm not sure. I look at it as planning for the resources. You built these resources up over time, and now you're planning for it. So patience, right? A new job, potentially. Some sort of news about money. I don't think it's necessarily money, but I do think it's job related. I think we might be looking at another job, planning for another job, deciding if another job is right for us. I know I've kind of been doing that myself. I have a tendency to overstay my welcome energetically, and it might be time to look, right? I don't know. Next card out, Six of Cups. So when I'm not looking is because I'm nostalgic for where I'm at, right? We, as Taurus, as bulls, we get comfortable, and that's where we want to stay. We don't really like the change that comes in with having to change anything, right? Jobs, homes, whatever. You guys saw how traumatized I was with the move. But this is kind of like nostalgia, right? And innocence and friendship and inner child, right? Parenting yourself the way you wish you had been parented when you were a child. Now, if we don't do that and we have children, then we perpetuate the cycle, right? Because we just do what's always been done. And when I'm working with substance use clients, a lot of them are cycle breakers, right? A lot of them are just finally, they use drugs and alcohol to numb the pain of whatever it is they're going through. And then once they learn how to deal with the pain, they learn a different way to do things, and then they break cycles, right? So I like that. We got this card on its side, the Four of Swords, rest. A little bit of rest, but I feel like too much dissociation, rest, etc. can be malefic, if you will, not beneficial, and not enough is not beneficial, right? So there's some sort of balance, and again, with the balancing of justice, right? Balancing that rest and relaxation with action, making sure that we're in balance. And I feel like that's where we're at, and it's a really beautiful place to be. It's a good place to be. I'm welcoming this energy. The last couple days have been tumultuous at best, and I'm ready for some of this new energy to come in and to get back to where we were, right? So to I'm thinking of that song, Get Back to Good. It's challenging. It's gut-wrenching. Maybe not gut-wrenching, but it's definitely uncomfortable when we hit these lows, to ride the lows out, right? The highs are easy to ride out, and they go fast, right? Because time is an illusion. And then the lows seem to last forever. But probably, from a justice balancing perspective, they're probably pretty balanced in the long run, right? Over time, over the course of several years, as opposed to, throughout one day. We were talking this morning. I was talking to my daughter about sleep scores on our Apple Watch. I keep forgetting to put the Apple Watch on when I go to sleep because the first night I wore the battery out. So, I typically score between 70 and 80. I don't really get that good of sleep, but I did have one 90 score sleep night, and it was amazing. And maybe my subconscious mind is like, well, you got the 90, so move on. And now we forget to put the watch on. Anyway, our advice for today is the Hanged Man, looking at things from a different perspective, trying to see things from somebody else's point of view. And I actually did that last night. So I had a friend remind me, thank you, Sarah, that when dealing with people, even if you don't know their entire... what are you chewing on, Stella? Hang on one second, guys. Oh, it's a treat. Okay. It was very small. I don't want her to choke. But yeah, when you're dealing with people, even if you only know their sun sign, figure out where their sun sign lands in your chart and see how they're meant to affect you, and then how you can affect them back. Right now I have a lot of Aquarius and Sagittarius people in my group, and apparently that's a thing, right? So Sagittarius kind of triggers my authenticity value, and Aquarius triggers that entitlement value for me. So there's some push and pull, if you will, and it can be challenging at times. But now that I understand where the energies are and what the tension is, maybe I can ease it a little bit. I like that. And then the Four of Cups. You don't have to take everything that's offered to you, right? Which is actually kind of good when it comes to this new job that you might be thinking about, or maybe it's a different title within the same company, right? So thinking outside the box, using that Aquarius energy of maybe the new job isn't necessarily leaving the company, right? So there's that. Let's get a This Might Help card. Like I said, I'm running late today, so we're not quite at time yet, but I do want to make sure that I have time to read the card, or the book rather. God, why am I saying so much today? It's weird. I don't like it. It kind of bothers me. I actually worked really hard to not say that. All right, we have the Sunflower, number 19. So that would be the Sun, and then the Winter Storm. This is looking like the Five of Cups to me. So the Sun, happiest card in the deck. I don't know there's the again. Oh my gosh, it's going to drive me crazy. So sunflowers, I'm so sorry. Sunflowers point towards the sun at all times. If there's no sun, they actually point towards each other, which I think is quite beautiful. They know what they're made of, I guess. Oh my God, with the stop it. Now I can't stop saying it. All right, sunflower. We have as a clarifier, the sunflower will land on a card where an optimistic mindset is or should be in play. All right, so being optimistic, right? Glass half full instead of half empty. And then we have the Winter Storm. So I do believe that is the Five of Pentacles. Let's look. The Winter Storm. Yes, Five of Pentacles. When this card lands, it validates that the end... So tiny, you guys, sorry. The end validates this card has fallen on, represents, or is the... Good Lord. Oh, this is painful. All right. The Winter Storm validates that the card it has fallen on represents or is the cause of a period of difficulty. Oh my gosh, and it's difficult to read the card. Like, you can't make this shit up, you guys. It's the end of difficulty, right? The end of it. Five of Pentacles usually represents oh my gosh, poverty, right? And feeling left